All right, guys, so I'm going to show you about about the notes on the guitar, what they look like on the staff, and how to be reading the tabs. We've done some of this before, but I want to make sure that we have it all well done, and I think we need to review it as well to make sure that it is learned well enough for all of us. So, plus we have an assignment to do along with it. So that's what this video will be. We have right here,
are you going to the bathroom?
it is showing us all of the names of the strings on the guitar. So it's E is the lowest string. Okay. The A is the second string. The D is the third string. The G is the fourth string. The B is the fifth string. And the high E is the sixth string. Okay, so it goes Eddie, 8, dynamite, goodbye, Eddie. Okay, and those are the names of the strings. So these zeros right here on the tab, that means this is an open string. So if I see a note that has right there under the treble clef or right here on my tabs, I play my open string E, the thickest string there. Okay, if I have one that's on the second ledger line below the staff, I play the second line A. Okay, and then we have, if I see it right there on the space below the staff or an open string on the third string, that is my D. Okay, then we have G, then we have B right here, and then we have E. All right, so let's show you guys what the assignment looks like real quick. We have numbers 1 through 13. This is showing all of the particular notes between a low C and a high A above the staff. And we're figuring out all of those. And then this one, number 14 through 29, it's taking all of those notes that we see up here and making sure that we can do the same thing, telling exactly which string and which fret that you play each of these notes on. Okay. And I'm going to shorten, we had a fairly short way of talking about it. I'm going to shorten it even further on the on which fret it's on. So right here, this is essentially a reprinting from something I had last 9 weeks for you. It had all the notes in on the chromatic scale with all the sharps and the flats and which strings they are played on the chromatic notes. And we are just picking out from the chromatic notes, only 7 of them. Remember, there are 11 notes in the chromatic scale, or 12. Yes, there are 12 notes in the chromatic scale. We're only picking 7 of them out to create our scale based off of a C. So right here we have, I don't know why I have C3 and C4 there. Anyway, right here we have the C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Okay, notice each one of those is a step and it goes line space on the staff. These are where it is played on the guitar. So this one right here is showing on the second string, so that's the A string, showing on the second string that we play on the 3rd fret. Okay, so if I want that C to come out, I play it on the 3rd fret. Okay, and notice my fingers are in first position. First position means first finger on the 1st fret, second finger on the 2nd fret, third finger on the 3rd fret, fourth finger on the 4th fret. Okay, so I'm in first position. I play on the 3rd fret with my 3rd finger, and I make sure that it's on that A string, and that's a C. Then I go open string D, so that's the 3rd string, and you play that open string D. Then you have the 2nd fret for the E, then the 3rd fret for the F, then open string for the G, then for the A, it's 2nd fret, then for the B, it's open string B, then 1st fret for the C, then 3rd fret for the D, then we have the E, then F on the 1st fret, then G on the 3rd fret. Okay, and then finally the A on the 5th fret. For that one, you can scooch up and hit that 5th fret with your 1st finger. Okay. So those are all the notes, starting with the C and going along in that C scale from our selection of 7 notes from the chromatic scale. Okay, and this is where most songs that you would hear are played within this scale. These are the frets for those specific notes. We need to use that as a reference for our answers down here. Okay. And as soon as we are back in the classroom, you're going to be so glad that you know about these. Okay. Because we'll be taking this and putting it onto a guitar, making it physical for you. So this ledger line below the staff, that one is a C. It's on the 2nd line, so that's A string. If you don't remember which strings are which, they're right here. Okay, so that's the A string, is the 2nd string, as you can see right there. A string, 3rd fret for this C. So I'm just going to put A string, 3rd fret. So just do A3. And we know you're talking about the frets on the guitar. And if we're to talk about it, I would want to hear A string, 3rd fret. But if we're just writing it down, I want to be able to have a quick shorthand for you to be able to use. So A string, 3rd fret. Now number 2 is that open D string. So if it's just an open string, you just put down the D. This number 3, that E is on the 2nd fret of the D string. Remember, the D string is that open 3rd string. Okay, so it's on the D string. On the 2nd fret is the E. Okay, you can see all that you need to right there. Let me zoom out here. Hopefully you can still read the numbers here. On number 4, what would my answer there be? Someone type it into the chat. What would my answer for number 4 be? So I take a look here. I find this note over here. And I line that up with which fret and string it's on using the tab. Thank you. I got someone got identified the right note. Which string and fret is it played on? So they identified it as an F. And yes, it is an F, but which string and fret is it played on? Because there is no F string, right? Or sorry, not D. I don't know what I'm saying. Number 5 is the 2nd line there. Okay, so it's that G, said the name of it. It's the G right there. Which string and fret is that on? For number 5. And someone said G string, no fret. So when we have just the string that it's played on, you get to use the letter name there because there is just one G string as well. Remember, if we have high E or low E, there are two E strings, so we need to differentiate. Low E, you put down L E, and high E, you put down H E to get to those strings. Okay. Number 6, and here in a second, numbers 7 through 13, I'm going to be asking individuals. So it'll probably be most of you will be called to answer those specific ones. See if we're figuring it out. This one, number 6, I'm still asking chat what it is, and someone did say it. It is G string fret 2. Okay, so number 6, let's show you how we got that again. Number 6, it's on that second space. So I look over here. I see the second space there. All right, I scroll down here. I figure out which string this 2 is on. 1, 2, 3, fourth string up. Now the fourth string is Eddie 8 Dynamite. Good. That's the G string is the fourth string. The fourth string, second fifth. So G string, second fret. G string, second fret is how we get that answer there. All right, numbers 7 through 13. So those are answers for numbers 1 through 13. And make sure that it goes through one right after the other after the other. It goes along with this reference here. Goes up and up and up. Okay, so you're going back and forth right here. Now, this next section is all mixed up. Okay, assuming you got numbers 1 through 13 correct, you can take a look at numbers 1 through 13, or you can take a look down here, or just go reference back and forth like we did before. Okay, so I'm going to show both ways, looking up here for it, or looking off to our right, referencing back and forth like we've just done. So number 14. This one is on the space below the staff. I find the space below the staff. That's number 2. Assuming I did this correctly, which when I put out the video, which should be available for you tomorrow, then you should be able to figure that out. So that's D. That was an open string, D. All right, number 15. Let's do it the same way. It's on the second space right here on number 6. The answer for number 6 is G2. So G fret 2. Okay, then number 16, I'm going to look over to the right, and 17, I'll look over to the right. So this one is on the 4th line. So count up 1, 2, 3, 4. And I find the one over here that's on the 4th line. Here it is, 1, 2, 3, 4. That D is on the 5th string, 3rd fret. So the 5th string is B, 3rd fret. So it's B, 3rd fret. Okay, number 17, I look for the top line. Here it is over here. Top line, it is on the 1st fret of the high string, of the 6th string. So the 6th string is the high E string. High E. And that was the 1st fret. Okay. Now from the chat, let's see if we can get more people answering this time around. In the chat, what is the answer to number 18? Then right after we're done with 18, we'll do 19. So chat, what is the answer to number 18? Number 18, make sure it's not just the E, but this one is high E. Number 18 right here. Make sure you're looking at these numbers here, not those numbers there. Number there, number 18 is just plain high E. We took a look over there. It's a high E. Or we took a look right there, number 10. Number 10 is a high E. All right, What about number 19? Let's find the answer from chat for number 19. Okay, thank you for giving me an answer. Okay, it is not a G. It is not a high A. It is B, fret 1. So once again, I look over here. It was on the third space up. That's number 19, right? 1, 2, 3. Third space up. I go 1, 2, 3. That's the third space up. It's on the 5th string, 1st fret. 5th string is the B string. B string, 1st fret. Okay, that's how we get that one.